What's going on, y'all? All right, for a second, I want to talk to you all about fear, which is false evidence appearing real. This right here kind of shows you the manipulation of the Liberal Party and the Democrats and the false media. When you want someone to do something, you can motivate them several ways, but one of the biggest motivations is fear. I mean, growing up as a kid, if you run out in that street, you're going to get killed. That's fear. Or how about this? Touch it again, I'm going to whoop your tail. That's fear. Uh huh. That's why people don't rob banks typically. That's why people hesitate before they just decide to commit a crime. And it's not because they fear the crime, but they fear the consequences. And so, to control a group of people, one of the ways that the media and the Democrats have been doing it for years is creating fear. When you look at Donald Trump and his policies, if you abstract the emotions out of viewing the policies, they benefit the American citizen, be honest with you. But because he's running against the opponent, they can't let you know that these are smart policies. So what they do is they say, only way I can make them look at these policies from an illogical way is to create fear. So when he says things like, I'm going to bring jobs back to America, get us to a point where we are buying America and we are also selling from our own manufacturers here in America to other countries, and we have good trading deals. Now, to me, that's practical and that's a self investment. That's investing in the U.S. But if I wanted to, say, make that look bad, I would make it seem like there was some seedy motive behind it. Like Donald Trump is all about America. See, he don't care about nobody else but Americans. Matter of fact, he probably only care about his own pockets. See, he ain't thinking about a global, network. He's only thinking about America. That's nationalism. And let me tell you what happened. You see what Hitler did when he put all that pride into the Germans, made them think, oh, it's all about us. See, so now what you do is you put a little spin on it. You create fear, and people that are susceptible and emotional, they will buy into it quickly. How about this? It's a practical, logical thing to say, you know what? There are 250,000 refugees you want to bring into the country. That's pretty dangerous because we can't vet them. And some of them are coming from countries that they can slide right in from countries that promote terrorism. So it's not a smart thing to do that because we don't want to put American lives at risk. Now, that's a logical, practical thing that protects us. But if I'm his opponent, Donald Trump wants to isolate us from everybody else because he hates anybody who don't look like him or believe the same thing that we do. See, we're about helping people. Donald Trump's only about helping himself. See, so now you see the spin that if you're an emotional person, you don't look at it logically. And even if you are an emotional person, you might not look at it logically until something happened to a family member or someone close to you, and then you be going, how in the world did these people get in here? So you have to eliminate the emotional part and see the manipulation on behalf of the other party or the media. How about this? It is very practical and logical for us to crack down on our immigration and look at it. The immigration laws have been enforced, and then you see the decline of illegal immigration. Big time. That's good for us. He's saying, you know what, let's get the people that are not here legally, get them out of here, especially if they're criminals. All right. And that helps our economy with some people with jobs. I mean, they're taking some jobs, and granted, there's some jobs we don't want to work. But nonetheless, there's no seedy motive behind that. But see, if I want to make that look like it is not in the best interest of the United States and I'm running against Donald Trump, I want to create fear. So Donald Trump hates all Mexicans. He's trying to deport everybody and break up families. That's what he's really trying to do. He's not thinking about all those hard-working illegal immigrants. He's thinking about breaking up their families. He wants to see people hurt. Like that's his real motive. No. So I don't want you all who are watching this video or who maybe have been following politics, especially a lot of African Americans, because I'm going to tell you, African Americans have been the victim of democratic manipulation for years. They say, you know what, if we want them on our side, we have to make them think that we wear the white hats and that we could pick a certain few of them that are willing to sell out and we'll put them on our party, and we'll use them as the African American spokesmen and leaders, even though they have self-interest too. All they really want is to stay in political power. But nonetheless, we throw a couple of them out there, and then we paint the image, fear, that you're the victim. The Republicans and the conservatives are after you. That's what they want. They want to destroy. They want to take away your rights. They want to make sure you don't get good jobs. They don't care about your money. They don't care about your job. They don't care about your environment. All of this stuff they use as fear tactics. Now, if you think about this logically and not emotionally, since Donald Trump has been elected, have any of you lost your rights? I mean, have any of the fear tactics that the Democrats said, when he get in, he gonna go ahead, take over, and I had people telling me, man, he gonna send black people back to Africa. I ain't seen no boats pull up yet. I ain't seen nobody come in with, he gonna silence us with free speech, and we ain't gonna be able to do nothing. I don't see no conservatives out breaking windows, burning cars. I don't see conservatives out there telling people you can't say what you want to say. Oh, he's going to just unleash hell in America. He's going to take all the Mexicans and take them back, even if they ain't do nothing. I don't see that. I don't see all the stuff that they tried to make us think is going to happen. Women ain't going to be able to do nothing. Women, he's taking away the women's rights. What are you talking about? Fear. It's like when Loretta Lynch made that stupid video talking about, I know this is hard. We've been through this before. We'll get through it again, but won't define what this is. All that is to give you the ability to replace this with whatever your fear is, which makes you say, yeah, Donald Trump gonna take away, if you're afraid of losing food stamps, he gonna take away food stamps. If you're afraid of whatever, that's what you place in this. It's bad. We've been through this before. You have to get out the emotions. Start looking at policies. Start developing a certain degree of pride in America. It's not to say we don't care about other nations, but we will become very weak if we start appeasing everybody else and not looking at Americans first. That's what made us who we are today. And if we don't keep that value, you will see us crumble from the inside out. And I believe that the Democrats and the liberal media are willing to allow the American strength and foundation to just totally unravel for selfish interests. They don't care long term how this will just tear up our society, open up the floodgates for all kind of danger, just tear our economy down, long as they remain in power. And anybody who don't believe what they believe or think like they think, then what do they use? False evidence appearing real. Any idea that comes up that might be smart, practical, and logical, they will put this fear twist on it and have you going, yeah, something ain't right about that. But don't buy into it. Just take a second, get out your emotions. Get out the emotions. Don't be always like, yeah, all of that. Nobody wants to see a crybaby. Don't be a snowflake. Get out the fear. Look at it logically. Fear, false evidence appearing real. Peace.